Ah, okay, good. The recordings work straight away. Now, sometimes when I record the videos, the recording button gets stuck, and I have to tap it a lot to make it work. So I'm gonna give you my 5 top girlfriends. Now, they're not girlfriends that I've been with, but girlfriends that have been my friends, but that are no longer my friends. 5 top girlfriends that were my friends, no longer. Number 5, there was this girl, and she was a fucking hoarder of animals, and she had hundreds of animals in her room. Hundreds. She would show me, when I had her as a friend, she would show me pictures of herself with a mouse or a rat or a rabbit or whatever. And I don't want to go into detail too much about her because she doesn't like to be talked about too much. So I'll break it down just slowly so I don't hurt her feelings. So I had her a while back, and I knew her for about estimated 3 months, give or take. And we were good friends, and she introduced me to her friend. Kind of an asshole. When I say kind of an asshole, he wasn't really an asshole. He was just like a friend that was an asshole, but he was an asshole that you liked. Do you understand what I'm saying? He wasn't an asshole in general, like he was a true dickhead. I'm talking about he was a friend, just being messing around. And she got on with him more than she did with me, and we just didn't really see eye to eye. And her problem is, well, she's got no money. I said to her, well, why don't you just stop pissing away your money on the animals? You're taking in too many animals. You're like a fucking not kennel. What's what I'm looking for? That a person that really likes animals. And she took a fucking raccoon in, and those fuckers have got. I said to her, "Are you out of your mind? They've got rabies." She goes, "It's got a wounded leg. No one's taking care of it. It'll die if I don't take care of it." So she took in a raccoon. She took a picture of it, and of course the thing's got rabies, but it didn't bite her. But it tried to attack one of the dogs, so she kicked it out after she healed it. And she almost got bitten by the raccoon. And I got scared for her because I didn't want her to get rabies, because rabies is so hard to get rid of. So she's number 5 because she's bad, but she's not as bad as the others on the list. So moving down. Then there's Tiffany. And I'll explain to you who Tiffany is. Tiffany's got her own channel. She's a big YouTuber on channel. She's got about probably in the thousands of subscribers right now, because she used to have 998 subscribers at one point. She's gone for 1,000. She's a sweet person. I know her 2 weeks. She's a sweet person. She's lovely, she's funny, but she's camera shy, so she used to show her face, and people used to call her fat. So she doesn't do it anymore. But I'm saying this, she's 4th because I'm saying this because I know that me and Tiffany, not this year, probably next year, I know deep down that she will want to be my friend again. And I've tried so many times to reach Tiffany. I've apologized for all the mean things I said, because we had a falling out twice on YouTube. She said some things about me, I said some things about her, but there was one time where she sent me this big comment on my channel saying, "I need your help." So I read her message, and the video was called, she took it down, of course, because she's a smart ass, and she didn't want people to think bad about it. She took it down and she said, "To me personally, I need your help." And I watched the video. It was 2 minutes. It was pitch black, and on it had a fucking rope around her neck, and I thought, oh shit, she was going down a dark path at that time, and she was hit with depression, and she said she wanted to kill herself. And I commented saying, "Don't do that, because then they win." And then she tells me everything. She opens up and tells me everything, and she tells me things that she wouldn't tell Mystery, and she told Mystery, and Mystery and her mates laughed about it. And I said to her, I said to her, of course Mystery's gonna laugh at you. That's the way she is. That's the way she's always been. Mystery can't be helped. She can't be changed. That's not who she is. The act that Mystery puts on, that's what it is. It's an act. She's very clever what she does, but she's complete scum, and I'll get to her in a minute. Tiffany, if you're watching this video, I apologize to you so many times. In the comments, I've said it in my videos. I've apologized to you so much. What the hell do I have to tell you to say I'm sorry? What do you want me to do? Seriously, I don't know what you want me to do. I was the only one that told you not to kill yourself. I was the only one that watched the video before you took it down and says to hang in there. I am the one that said to you, maybe you should tell her that you're gay. You know, you should tell your family that you're gay. You should tell your family that you're getting picked on at school and people are making fun of you for it. I did nothing but support you every step of the way, and you had to fight me on it and make me look like a complete jerk, and I'm not. I was the only one of your friends at the time that was trying to, my best is to help you, and I still watch your channel, and I still leave comments. Now you've asked me nicely not to leave comments, but I'll still subscribe and I still like your videos because you're my friend. And Tiffany, I know deep down that you really want to be my friend, but you can't let her control your life, Tiffany. You can't let her control and manipulate who you are, because I've watched the videos with her, you and her together, and she's very manipulative. And she tells you things that you really would say or really would make fun of. You and her make fun of fat people and people with disabilities, and that's just wrong. Because in your heart and in your head, you know that you're a fat person yourself. So you're making fun of them is not right. So, Tiffany, I'm sorry for the pain I've caused you, very many things I've said to you. I'm apologizing. I really am. And I hope in the near future people will stop picking on you on your videos and making fun of you for who you are. And I hope that you'll show your face in your videos soon and just forget what people say about you. I've been through that road. So Tiffany, I'm going to tell them the truth now. Tiffany is not a girl. Tiffany's a guy with a girl's voice, and he used to get picked on because he was fat, and he didn't like that, so he no longer showed his face on camera. I didn't show my face on camera because my brother told me not to, but that's another story for another time. And he got picked on for it, and he would make fun of fat people and people with disabilities. And he found out, I told him in his comments, and I said to Chris, that's wrong, you shouldn't do that about people, that's fucked up. There are people that have disabilities and there are people that have depression. You shouldn't do that. And he says, you're right, I shouldn't. So me and Chris have had our ups and downs, but me and Chris, I hope next year can turn things around and become a close friend. I hope next year he sees the light and realizes that Mystery's a piece of crap and leaves her. I know they've been friends for so long, but I'm telling you, Chris, that girl is going to drag you to hell with her, and you're not going to be able to get out. That's a hole you're not going to get out of until it's too late. And I really don't want anything to happen to you, Chris. I really don't. You're a good guy, and you deserve better friends than Mystery. I understand you've been Mystery's friend for a long time, but there's one time that she's going to take a knife and stab you in the back. You're not going to see it coming, but that is going to happen. Moving on to Mystery. Mystery was also my friend for 2 weeks. We were friends. We liked each other at one point. It got to the point where we were love, and then all of a sudden, she stops talking to me. She turns Chris against me, and she makes fun of my accent, and I didn't like that. She even made fun of my family, and I said to her, you don't even know my family to cut that out. So I made fun of her family, she made fun of my family, and then she turned first against me, and he turned against me for some reason, even though I apologized to him 6 times. So yeah. And she's number 3. Mystery is hard to describe, but I'm hoping next year that me and Mystery can put all the shit we said in the past and move on. I don't know if she will. She said she's in one of her videos she hates me, but if you could tell by the tone of her voice, the way she says it, she doesn't mean it. She's talking out of anger, and she does all these things on her videos to make herself look good. She's made herself a character, because the character she was before, she was a sweet person, she was nice, but now she's mean and nasty because she thinks that's gonna get her views. And let me tell you something, Mystery, it's not gonna. Your subscriber account's not gonna go up because you're mean and nasty. You gotta be polite to your subscribers. She had one of her subscribers play over for Fortnite for fun, and she was just mean to him, and she knew he had a disability, and she made fun of him for it. And she thought if she makes fun of him for it, her views will go up, and they did, because the people that watch her channel are a bunch of idiots. No offense, but she's made fun of blacks. She's made fun of people with disabilities. She's made fun of fat people. She's made fun of politics, but that's fine. Politics is fine. Everybody does that anyway. But she's made fun of a lot of people, and a lot of people love her channel, and a lot of people hate her channel. It's 50-50, and I'm like, why did you start with the racism, and why did YouTube let her get away with it? She made 4 racist jokes in her video. 4. And she hasn't got a single red flag on her video once. Not once. And I'm not going to say the racist jokes that she made. Let's just say they're PewDiePie related. She used a word that she shouldn't use, and she thinks it's okay. Now, to be honest with you, I hate that about people. They think they can use that word and get off it and go, but it's just a word. But it's an insult to people. You're insulting people. Stop doing it. Think before you make your videos. That's what I do. That's why if I say something in my videos that I don't like, I edit it out. If I keep it in there, it's the truth. But if I don't want to keep it in there, it's something I shouldn't say. So Mystery is number 3. Number 2 is soft kisses. And about just yesterday I did a video about her, and the real reason why I don't like her. And I told you before on my last video, the real reason I don't like her is because she's not a liar. She's a person, she's like everyone else, rest of the girls. She'll talk to you for 2 weeks. She stops talking to you, and I talk to her every single day for the past 3 months, and she does not answer my messages. She doesn't talk to me as much as she used to do, and she kicked me out of her community, not once, not twice. And then all of a sudden, just last week, she starts talking to me, and she opens up and she tells me everything to going back into the circle of being a complete bitch and ignoring me again. And I hated that. And I told people before, I hate that about girls. When they start talking to you, they tell you they love you, and then all of a sudden, nothing. That's why she's number 2. The number 1 girlfriend I had, and she was my girlfriend at the time, back in 2015, and she talked about me in her videos, so I'm going to talk about her in mine. Her name was Raven, and I had known Raven for 5 months, and we had a falling out because I told her a bunch of lies, but I told her a bunch of lies to make her look, at the time, to make myself look cool. She asked me if I lived with my parents. I said no, I live with myself in a big house. I have a car, I have a job, and everything like that. And she talked to a friend of mine, and my friend ratted me out and says, no, he's living with his mom and dad. He doesn't live in a big house. He doesn't have a big car. He has no job. You're going out with a guy that has no job and making no money. And sadly, I'm not. But I'm getting there. So she tells me, and she goes, well, you lied to me, so we're broken up. I says, hold on. When you told me that you were going to jail for stealing some earrings, who stood by your